Are you aware of the recent tornadoes that have swept through the Midwest? The Midwest has been experiencing a series of severe weather conditions, threatening the safety and stability of over 90 million people. These conditions range from damaging winds and large hail to the more destructive force of tornadoes. One event that stands out amongst the rest is the tornado that struck suburban Omaha, Nebraska. This particular storm caused extensive damage to hundreds of homes and structures, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. The tornado didn't stop at the border either. It continued on its path of chaos into Iowa. The residents of these areas have found themselves at the mercy of these storms, their lives disrupted as they're forced to contend with the aftermath of these natural disasters. Emergency services have been working tirelessly to respond to calls for help, making search and rescue operations a top priority. The severity of these storms poses a significant risk to communities, causing extensive damage and prompting emergency services to spring into action. Let's dive deeper into what exactly happened during these destructive storms. In the heart of the United States, a powerful storm system began to brew. Its birthplace, the Northwestern Plains. From there, it rapidly gained strength, morphing into a formidable force of nature. This was no ordinary storm. It was a harbinger of deadly tornadoes that swept across the Midwest with a fierce intensity rarely seen. The most destructive storm set its sights on Omaha, a bustling city in Nebraska. The suburbs of Omaha, usually a haven of tranquility, became a battleground against the relentless forces of nature. In a display of raw power, the tornado tore through the landscape, causing extensive damage to hundreds of homes and structures. The devastation was colossal, with entire neighborhoods left in ruins. The Omaha tornado didn't stop there. It continued on its destructive path, impacting the Eppley airfield, a major hub for air travel in the region. The tornado's wrath was not limited to Nebraska alone. It crossed state borders into Iowa, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. This tornado was not an isolated event. Multiple tornadoes were reported across Nebraska, each causing significant damage and disruption. The severity of the storms prompted emergency services to engage in search and rescue operations, tirelessly working to aid those affected. As the storm system moved, it triggered severe weather conditions in other parts of the Midwest and Northeast, threatening millions of people. The hot and humid weather fueled these thunderstorms, escalating the potential for damaging winds and isolated flash flooding. These events have left lasting scars on the affected communities, with recovery efforts still ongoing. The aftermath of these tornadoes has been nothing short of devastating. Communities across the Midwest are grappling with the aftermath of this calamity, with countless homes and structures reduced to rubble. The tornadoes have left a trail of injuries in their wake, and while the full extent of these injuries is not yet known, their impact has undoubtedly been significant. Moreover, the uncertainty surrounding potential fatalities adds a somber note to an already tragic situation. The loss of power has further compounded the issues faced by the residents, leaving thousands in the dark as they navigate this crisis. In the face of such devastation, the efforts of emergency services have been nothing short of heroic. Day and night, they have been engaged in search and rescue operations, tirelessly working to bring aid to those in need. In addition to the ongoing relief efforts, authorities have issued additional tornado watches in neighboring states, signifying the potential for more storm activity. The toll these storms have taken on the Midwest is a stark reminder of the unpredictability and power of nature. To summarize the significant points we've covered today, we delved into the recent Midwest tornadoes that have wreaked havoc across multiple states. These storms were a part of a severe weather system that has been sweeping across the United States, causing not only tornadoes but also other severe weather conditions. We discussed in detail the events surrounding the tornadoes, from their formation to their destructive path. The most severe of these tornadoes struck suburban Omaha, Nebraska, causing extensive damage and leading to numerous injuries. The tornadoes also affected other states, including Iowa, and resulted in large-scale power outages, property damage, and a significant toll on the community. We then examined the impact of these tornadoes, highlighting the extensive damage they've caused to homes and infrastructure. The aftermath has seen communities rallying together, emergency services conducting search and rescue operations, and weather services issuing further warnings. The severity of these events underscores the importance of being prepared for severe weather and staying informed about weather conditions in your area. Stay safe, stay informed, and keep an eye on the sky. Thank you for tuning in.